Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids and grown-ups. My name is, of course, still Dennis. I'm sorry for the lack of content that I would like to start off with. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks or something since you heard anything of me. Sorry for that. It was a busy time for me, and yeah. I had a little time to shoot this Modern Warfare 3 video quickly here. It's about 8 minutes long, and I just want to continue the whole spirituality thing with you guys a little bit. And yeah, maybe get a little bit more comfortable with the subject and yeah, this whole face-to-face camera thing. So yeah, let's go for it. In this video, if you're not interested in the whole spirituality thing, you can just watch the gameplay. It's pretty interesting. I'm using the MK14 here with the silencer. Just gonna show you guys the stats of this piece of shit very quickly. I love it. At long range, it is just a beast. Just 1 or 2 hits on someone to take him down. It's a single shot, semi-automatic weapon. Doesn't matter. It's a beast, like I said. At close range, you're pretty much fucked because people just spray all over you, and you'll just be blasted out of there in yeah, in no time. But hey, as my secondary, I use the P99 handgun. That's not really that important, but I just wanted to mention that. As my perks, I've got Sleight of Hand Pro, Quick Draw Pro, and Dead Silence. Now, to yeah, basically kick off where we left off the last time on the whole spirituality thing, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more of my point of view on the whole subject and what I think of it. And yeah, I would like to read all about it, what you guys have to say on that in the comments below. But just yeah, read or yeah, listen to what I have to say here at this point, and we can maybe get a little discussion started. But yeah, like I said in the last video, I don't really believe in any kind of God, or not in a very direct way. I believe that the word God have 2 meanings to me. One could be, or yeah, is that God is an all-knowing being that created the world, like yeah, explained in most major religions of the world. That's one of the meanings that it is to me. My mother and my sisters and my father, they're pretty much all Christian, so I was raised with the whole thing. So I don't mind it, but I just find that another explanation to the word God, or the sense of the word God to me, is that it is a sense of perfection that we're all part of. Like yeah, let me just try to explain this. We as human beings think and act the way we want to. It's not like we're a tree that is just standing there being a tree, and that is all it will ever do. We can think for ourselves as individuals, make our own decisions, and I think in some sense that makes us God, because a God would be able to do whatever he wants as well. So that is kind of, yeah, the whole idea that I have about it. That you're just being able to do and think without any restrictions at all to being perfect. Of course, there are restrictions in this world as to what we can do as human beings, and that is pretty natural, I guess. But even having the thought of it accounts to me as completing the goal for it, because you have the desire to do something, and yeah, already pops the question like, hey, I want to do. Can I do this? Do I want to do it? Blah blah blah. So yeah, that kind of makes. It's a difficult subject for me, and my English is not my native language, so I find it a little bit hard to explain here and there, and I'm just 21 years old. I have a lot to learn. I'm a pretty fucking naive person probably, but yeah, the thought alone already accounts for reaching the goal, in my opinion, if you know what I mean. So being able to think as we do, as we see fit, makes us perfect, in my opinion. Now, another thing that I read about in the Nahamidi scriptures, or library, or whatever you want to call it, it's a bunch of scriptures that were found back in 1945 after World War II ended, or even during World War II. They were found in Egypt, and they are basically an addition to the standard Christian Bible, but the church never really acknowledged these books, these stories, because they say they have no any spiritual addition to the Bible and its whole So, but there was an interesting thing that I read about resurrection in that, and note that this is written by some of the same authors as some of the scriptures that are in the Bible. One of the stories that was in there was about the creation of the planet. I think I'll go into that on the next video a little bit. Another one was about resurrection, and I thought that was very interesting because it said something about resurrection that just somehow makes perfect sense to me. It explained that before you go to the afterlife, when you die, you have to pass through several layers of I don't know what to call it. Layers of wisdom, maybe, or just spiritual layers in general, that you have to understand things about life and how things work. Now, the thing with this was that the story said is if you didn't understand or comprehend one of these layers, you would get sent back to Earth, resurrect, and get a second chance to learn more about this and to understand this. So when you would die again, or die again basically, you would have the chance, have gotten the chance to know more about this subject and be able to pass through that layer and on to the next one and to the next one, till eventually you will reach the afterlife. So in some form it would make sense, because there are people that say like, hey, I have memories from a past life or something, so it could come from that. On the other hand, a dangerous thing with this, in my opinion, is that if this would be not true and wrong, and you would think like, hey, I have a next life after this one, so if I fuck this up, that would be no problem, because I could just do it over on the next one. That would basically mean that you would be fucked. You'll probably get the idea. Yeah. So that was kind of the whole message that I had for you guys today. It sounds fascinating in a way, because it makes you, this whole resurrection thing, it would make you be able to understand life a little easier. And I see that we're nearing the end of this video, watching the final kill cam here. But yeah, I'll drag this on into a next video. Don't worry about that. We're gonna do, I think, 1 or 2 more on this whole spirituality thing, because I want to get in just a little bit more deeper. Yeah. And that has basically been my video. I hope you all liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up or something. I really appreciate that. It lets me know you care about these kind of videos. And yeah, I just want to get into this thing a little bit more deeper. I'm not gonna touch any specific languages or religions or anything. So don't worry about that. I'm just trying to do this on a most even plain level as I can, so it kind of fits for everyone. So yeah, if you have any suggestions about what I could be able to talk about in the next video, leave it in the comments below. Just give me your opinion on resurrection. Is it possible? And well, what's your stance about it? So yeah, I would love to read all about it, and I'll hope to see you all in the next video, guys. That was it for me today. I hope you like my hat thingy that I got on this time. Thumbs up if you like it, and I will see you all on the next video. Hey, take care, people.